The Three Little Pigs. So today we're going to listen to the story, The Three Little Pigs. We are going to read a fairy tale. Fairy tale features begin with once upon a time. So these are things that help you to know it's a fairy tale. Okay, so a lot of fairy tales begin with once upon a time. Characters that can do things that real animals and people cannot do. So it means that the characters a lot of times do things that are not normal. For example, most of you know the story Jack and the Beanstalk, right? There's no such thing as giants, and people don't plant magic beans and they don't grow really big. Characters sometimes, like animals, will do things like the Three Little Bears story. They do things that are not real. Normally, animals don't live in houses and things like that. Good and bad characters. Often in fairy tales, there's good guys and bad guys, uh, or good characters and bad characters. It's just something that happens a lot of times in fairy tales. And there's usually a happy ending. Most of the time, when you have a fairy tale, it ends on a happy note. Okay, usually things work out, and a lot of times you'll hear, and they lived happily ever after. They usually have a happy ending. Okay, so then you're going to get a chance to listen to the story, The Three Little Pigs. When you're finished, you're going to talk about these questions with a grown up at home. So it says, let's talk about it. Who are the good characters? How are they different from real pigs? Who are the bad characters? How is he different from a real wolf? Which house did the wolf blow down? Which house couldn't he blow down, and why? Where did the three little pigs live at the end of the story? Did they live together or alone? Does the story have a happy ending, and how do you know? So when you're finished the story, you're going to talk about these questions. These questions are just events from the story. They're about the characters, they're about where the story takes place, and the events, just like we've been practicing. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to drag the home that each pig made. So you have the first pig, you have the second pig, and then you have the third pig. So you're going to think about what kind of house did the first one have, the second, and the third. So that's our activity for today. So as you're listening to the story, which today is The Three Little Pigs and is a fairy tale, I want you to think about the characters in the story. Okay, think about who's in our story, and then think about what is happening. What's the main thing that's happening in the story? And that will help you answer the questions that were on the other page. Okay, enjoy our story for today.